Picture a single rock lying in the dust, marked with dark, circular scars. Patterns that on Earth almost always mean one thing: life. And that's exactly what we found on Mars. NASA's Perseverance rover found it in the Jezero Crater, and what it uncovered may be the clearest sign of alien life humanity has ever seen. Welcome back to the channel. This time around, we're unraveling a discovery that could change our place in the universe forever, if it holds up under the microscope. It started like any other Martian morning. Perseverance rolled across an ancient lakebed, the remains of what once may have been a living world. Then the rover's cameras caught something strange: a slab of rock covered in tiny black spots and ring-shaped patterns. To most of us, it just looked like Mars being Mars. But to NASA's scientists, this was a jolt of electricity. Because on Earth, patterns like these are the fossilized fingerprints of microbes, life forms that once fed, moved, and died in the mud. They called the markings leopard spots and poppy seeds. The rock was soon cored, sealed, and given a name: Sapphire Canyon. A name now whispered with reverence at JPL. But why this rock? What made it different from the thousands Perseverance had already scanned? To understand that, we need to look back. Mars wasn't always the silent wasteland we see today. Once, it had rivers, lakes, even oceans. It was alive in the geological sense, warm, wet, and rich in carbon, iron, and sulfur, all ingredients that make life possible. Perseverance's mission was simple: to find traces of what might have lived in that ancient water. And for decades, NASA had come close, but never quite there. In 1976, the Viking landers squirted nutrients into Martian soil, and the soil responded, releasing gas as if alive. The world erupted in excitement, until chemistry crushed the dream. Reactive salts, not life, caused the effect. Later, spirit and opportunity found the remains of riverbeds, proving Mars had once been blue. Curiosity drilled into clay and found organics, not living matter, but hints of possibility. And now, Perseverance had something new, something that ticked every box. But could a rock really prove that Mars once hosted life? And if so, what would it mean for us? NASA's scientists unleashed every instrument Perseverance had. The pixel spectrometer scanned for elements. The Sherlock laser searched for organics. And what they found stunned them: carbon-based molecules, iron, phosphorus, sulfur, and two minerals with enormous implications: vivianite and greigite. On Earth, these appear where life decays, mud enriched by bacteria, slowly transformed by time. To put it simply, this was a Martian autopsy report. For a year, the data was analyzed and reanalyzed. Then NASA held a quiet press briefing. Their conclusion? No non-biological explanation fits all the evidence. If true, this would be the first direct fossil signature of extraterrestrial life. But could there be another explanation? Or is this how science finally confirms we're not alone? Before popping the champagne, NASA revisited every possible alternative. Could heat create the same patterns? Vivianite breaks down under high temperatures. Could acid reactions mimic them? They'd destroy olivine, which still exists in the veins of the rock. And catalysts? Chemical shortcuts that might fake life's footprints? Maybe, but not at such low temperatures. One by one, the non-biological explanations collapsed, leaving only one theory still standing: ancient microbial life. If that sounds familiar, it should. We've been here before, convinced, excited, and then humbled. Science demands skepticism. Or, as Carl Sagan said, Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And that's why NASA refuses to declare victory just yet. Because to prove life once existed on Mars, we need to bring the evidence home. This is where the story widens. Perseverance isn't just collecting data. It's collecting physical samples. Tiny cores sealed in titanium tubes, waiting for a mission called Mars Sample Return. That mission, if funded, will take 3 spacecraft. 1 to launch from Earth, 1 to lift off from Mars, the first rocket ever fired from another planet, and 1 to intercept it in orbit and carry it home. Each step must work perfectly. If it does, sometime in the 2030s, we might finally hold a piece of Mars in human hands and find out once and for all if life ever lived there. But what happens when we do? When the evidence is undeniable? What changes for us, philosophically, spiritually, humanly? If we open that sample and confirm it, if those black dots really are fossils of Martian microbes, the meaning ripples far beyond science. It would mean life isn't rare. It's inevitable. It appears wherever conditions allow, even on a planet long dead. We would no longer be the miracle of the cosmos. We'd be part of it. As Arthur C. Clarke once said, 2 possibilities exist. Either we are alone in the universe, or we are not. Both are equally terrifying. If life formed twice in one solar system, then the question was never, are we alone? It's, how many others are still waiting to be found? If life really does appear wherever it can, then maybe it's not just the universe that's alive. Maybe even our own star has a heartbeat. In the next video, we'll uncover what happens when that heartbeat comes to life. I'll see you there. Stay curious.